All right. So what was what was life like for you before you came to the chiropractor?
Well, to be honest with you, it wasn't good, so to speak, physically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Back about 6 months ago, I, for some reason, started having what appeared to be acid reflux. And I'd never had any kind of heartburn or anything like that before in my
Mm-hmm.
life. So for me to wake up, in the middle of the night with severe chest pains, um, that scared me. That was just something that wasn't normal. I ended up going to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, went to the hospital. Everything was fine. EKG. You're not having a heart attack. The closest thing that they could come to it was esophageal spasms, I think they call it. Never heard of that before either. So anyway, for about 3 or 4 months, all I did was go to different doctors to try to find out why am I having these sharp chest pains? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Because it wasn't like a heartburn, and everybody's had heartburn at some point. It wasn't. It didn't feel like that. So after 3 or 4 months of agony, I was having a conversation with a guy, and he tells me that his father has or had the same symptoms, and he doesn't have them no more. So well, is he still alive? I mean, why doesn't he have them? He says no, he's actually cured. I said, what do you mean? How did that happen? So he went to a chiropractor, and I said, what? He goes, I'm telling you, he went to a chiropractor. He did all this kind of stuff, and he doesn't have them no more. I said, well, I don't know nothing about that. Well, I was talking to my wife, went to the internet, started researching. Come to find out, there's some validity to this. Um, Going through the internet, we found Doc Barton. And so my wife did the reviews thing, and he was the only guy that has 5 stars and perfect reviews and a lot of positive comments. So with that being said, we made an appointment and came in and talked to Doc Barton and said, hey, not quite sure if I believe in this or not. One person has told me, I read some stuff online, but who knows? So sat down, did an interview, consultation, gave him all the symptoms, took some x-rays, this, that, and the other, and after the x-rays, he showed me, he's like, hey, here's your spine, and this is what I believe to be wrong, and this is how I think I can fix it. Still skeptical, I mean, I don't know how the spine can affect heartburn. It just doesn't seem to be connected. But anyway, he explained it, in great detail on how the nerves work and how everything's connected. So I said, okay, we'll give it a shot. And I've been coming here now probably 9 weeks, 10 weeks. He put me on a regimen of 3 times a week for about 6 months because I was that messed up apparently. Now, that it's gone. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's 100% gone yet, but it is 95% gone. Occasionally, I will get a symptom. But it's usually the next day. I'm back here anyway because I'm coming 3 times a week. I explain, hey, Doc, it's back. He'll do his little magic and find something maybe it's not aligned right or whatever, and adjust me. And this is going to sound kind of gross, but you know what? I walk outside and I burp. I mean, it's like, so now I got relief from the acid reflux. I got relief from my spine being adjusted, and I'm great. But initially, I would get adjusted. The next day, that day I would feel good. The next day, I'd feel tight again. I was like, oh man, what's going on? Then the next day I'd come here. The more you come, the further that starts to expand. So now, like I said, about 9, 10 weeks, I can go the whole weekend, maybe a couple more days after that. But then I start feeling tight again. And it's not because you have to come to the chiropractor. It was the way that it was explained to me how your spine develops a certain way, muscle memory. So once you are in a situation and your spine's doing whatever it's doing and the muscles are pulling one way, to get that all aligned again, we have to retrain the muscles. And it makes perfect sense. And even though I took Doc's word, I still did my own research because I am skeptical. And so after coming here for 10 weeks, I still have 4 more months, or 3.5 more months, and I feel this good now. So I'm excited to see what I'm going to feel like in 3 more months. So I'm very happy.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I don't know what else to say. I say if you have a problem and you don't know where else to go, and you're not getting the answers that you're wanting from physicians out there, and the human body's a pretty complex piece of equipment, and we are all human, and we are only as good as the knowledge we have. So if you can't find someone out there to give you an answer, even though it may not be the answer you want, at least if someone's telling you, this is what's wrong with you, and this is the medication or whatever you have to take, fine. But if you can't find someone who can diagnose what's going on with you, and you're at your wit's end and you're not quite sure what to do, you got to check in the chiropractic field. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, and Doc Barton was very honest with me initially, he said, if you don't like it and halfway through you're not feeling any better, then I'll refund, the remainder of your money. So to me, that was kind of like a satisfaction guarantee type of thing, and even though I'm feeling better, I think I can get even more better than what I am right now. So, I'm looking forward to the next couple of months. Cool?
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah. Is there any way that your problems like the heartburn and things like that, besides making you scared of a heart attack, was it affecting your life, or any other symptoms that were affecting your life in a negative way before you got treatment?
Well, I'm not a young man no more, and I've led a pretty active life, and I'm still in the military with 25 years in, so they put you through the ringers, with all the physical exercise. But as simple as sitting down, driving a car, and checking your blind spot, you don't really realize how limited your mobility is. Turning your neck, turning your back, whatever. You just feel that, it's a sign of getting older, and my body's starting to deteriorate a little bit, and this is just something that I'm going to have to live with. Well, yes and no. Yes, you are getting older. Yes, your body is starting to deteriorate a little bit. And yes, you can't do the things that you used to be able to do to a certain extent. However, driving a car now, just turning it around to check your blind spot, or bending over to pick something up, or just overall feeling better, is because I've been coming here. I know it is. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. So, that scared me. This was enough to scare me. The acid reflux, or whatever they want to call it, was enough to scare me to get checked out for a heart condition. Like I said, I'm not a young man no more. Okay, that's fine. Everything's cool. So what else is it? And if nobody can find it, and so it was kind of like a twofold coming here. I'm getting rid of the acid reflux. I'm feeling better. I'm more mobile. I'm more flexible. I didn't want to. I got to a point where I didn't. I swam a mile a day. I would run. I was very active. Got to the point where I didn't want to do that no more because I was having the pains in the chest, and I was just starting to get stiff, stiffer than what normally you would think. Since I've been coming here, started running again, started swimming again, back outside, so like I said, it's twofold. So
Excellent.
yeah.
And can you tell us your name and how old you are, where you're from?
Yeah. My name's Paul Muller, And I'm originally from Florida. Like I said, I'm in the military, so I'm stationed out here right now. And I'm 44 years old. And I used to feel a lot older than 44. Now I think I'm starting to feel a little bit younger than 44. So I'll let you know in a couple more months if everything's gotten even better.
Great.
All right, cool.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome.